Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to online classes. We are discussing about tissues. Under that, we have completed different types of tissues like connective tissue. In that also have seen supportive as well as connective as well as different types of we have seen. In this part, we are going to discuss muscles. So muscles. The muscles are the most important tissues that helps to cover the skeletal system as well as protects the internal organs also. And these occupies around 40 to 50% of our body. So muscles, the approximate percent of muscles is around 40 to 50%, and they covers skeletal and also they protects the internal organs. That is one function. And the main function of the muscles, they helps in locomotion. What is the locomotion means? Changing position from one place to another place, and that we can call as locomotion. The movement and locomotion, the words, they may looks like similar, but the movement is just like moving any part of our body. That we can call as a movement. But locomotion means, what is the meaning of locomotion is moving from one place to another place, that is changing the location. So it is called as locomotion. So the muscles plays a key role in locomotion in organisms. And if you observe the muscles which are playing a key role here, the human beings, the animals, they consisting of mainly three types of muscles are present. And what are the three types of muscles is skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. So these are the mainly three types of muscles which are found in animals. Now we have to discuss about these three types of muscles under tissue muscles. First, let us discuss about skeletal muscle. So skeletal muscles, these are also called as striated muscles. What is they also called as? Striated muscles. That is also called as voluntary muscles. So why they are called as striated muscles and why they are also called as voluntary muscles, that is how to know. So striated muscles, if you observe the skeletal muscle cells under the microscope, they appears like dark and light band. If you observe the skeletal muscle cells under the microscope, they appears like a dark color bands as well as light color bands. Due to the appearance of these dark and light bands, their muscles shows striation. So it is called as striated muscles. So these are light color, so they are called light band, and these shaded part they are called as dark band. So due to the presence of these light and dark band, they look like strips like structures. So that's why they are called as striated muscles. That is the one thing. And why they are called as voluntary muscles? Voluntary means they are under the control of the muscle. Without instructions of the muscles, brain, the muscles do not show any kind of function. So they are called as voluntary muscles. So why they are called voluntary muscles means they were under the control of brain. Means these shows the movement under the instructions of the brain. If the brain says, I will write on the board. If the brain says, I will move from one place to another place. Without the brain instructions, these muscles, they do not show any kind of function. So they are called as voluntary muscles. And if you observe, these skeletal muscles, they consisting of nucleus, and which is under the plasma membrane. And if you observe, in general, the cell consisting of a single nucleus, that is a common thing. But in case of the skeletal muscle, each cell consisting of more in number of nucleus. Understand? So the nucleus is under the or beneath to the plasma membrane. In general, the cell content or the components or inner organelles of the cell, they are protected by the plasma membrane. That is commonly we have seen. And the plasma membrane is called as sarcolemma in case of skeletal muscle. Understand? Remember that. So plasma membrane, what will be called here? Sarcolemma. And if you observe, in general, we know that only one nucleus is present. That is single nucleus. But in case of this skeletal muscle or striated muscles, they consisting of more in number of nucleus. So they are called as multinucleated. What they are called? Multinucleated cells. Multinucleated means they consisting of more in number of nucleus is found under or beneath to the plasma membrane. And as you should have seen, it consisting of cytoplasm, and the cytoplasm is called as sarcoplasm. What it is called as sarcoplasm. What is the function and how they are looking like? They are looking like a cylindrical. So they are also called as cylindrical in shape muscles. And what is the function is helps in locomotion. So what is the function of skeletal muscle is they helps in locomotion. What is locomotion? We have seen. So what is locomotion? Changing the location. The complete organism is moving from one place to another place. So it is called as locomotion. In case of showing any one part in movement, for example, movement of the fingers, it is called movement, but it is not called as locomotion. Understand? That's what we can call locomotion. So for the locomotion, what type of muscles are essential? Skeletal muscles. So skeletal muscles are also called striated muscles. Why they are called striated muscles? Due to the presence of dark and light bands. And how they are shaped? Their shape is cylindrical in nature. And these are also called voluntary muscles. And why they are called as voluntary muscles? Because they functions under the instruction of brain. They do not functions by their own. And the nucleus is found. And how many nucleus are present? They consisting of more in number of nucleus. So they are called as multinucleated. And where does this nucleus is present is beneath or under the plasma membrane. And plasma membrane is also called as sarcoplasm. And if you observe, it is also consisting of cytoplasm and other internal organelles. And the cytoplasm is also called as sarcoplasm. And what is the function is helps in locomotion. In this way we can see one type of muscle is skeletal muscle, and which covers the skeleton of our body. And they mean what property do they have is contractile property. They contract and relax. That contractile property helps in locomotion. So what property helps in locomotion is contractile property. Contractile property is a very important property of muscles that helps in locomotion. In this way, we have seen one type of muscle is skeletal muscle.